Hello viewers, this is a presentation of my critical studies outcome of my Masters in Interior Design program at Interactive Design Institute, University of Hertfordshire, UK. I am working on a project titled Hotel Innovation, Sustainable Future Spaces. For the practical work development, I have chosen an existing commercial building at Singapore to develop it to a hotel. As a major study project, I have proposed to develop a co-working space at the 6th level of the hotel having a space of around 26,000 square feet. My present critical inquiry explores into spatial configurations of co-working spaces in a hotel. As reported by CNN, hotels are the future office spaces. We are really trying to transform the way people think about hotels. We want people to think of Marriott as a place not just to come and sleep, but to work, says Peggy Roy, Marriott International's Vice President of Global Operation Services. According to the current global co-working survey done by DeskMag, number of co-working spaces are constantly increasing, from 8,900 in year 2015 to an expected 18,900 in year 2018. Major trends in co-working areas in year 2018 are as follows. More and bigger co-working spaces are coming up. Now people have a better awareness of the co-working concept. More spaces are being introduced to suburban and rural areas. Corporates are becoming more and more interesting. The concept is focused on a sustainable community building. More specialized co-working spaces are coming up. In these spaces, additional services are being introduced. More collaboration is encouraged. More of workforces are becoming remote workers or digital nomads. There is a rising trend of mixing business with leisure, thereby hotels offering co-working spaces for its guests as well as communities. Day by day competition is increasing and many new brands are coming into the market. With a fair understanding of current trends, issues and debates, I began my journey in exploration of co-working spaces. I will present my findings in following broad topics. Number 1. Global co-working spaces. I have conducted a thorough research on some of the known global co-working spaces brands, their look and feel, objective, design and their space planning. Number 2. Local co-working spaces at Singapore. Similarly, I am going to present some of the local co-working spaces that I researched at Singapore, the country of my major project study context. Number 3. Site visits, mainly Vietnam and Bangkok. During this module, I visited some of the hotels in Asia. I'll share my findings and learnings from the Lotte Hotel, Hanoi, Vietnam, and the Marriott, Bangkok, Thailand. Point 4. Literature review. I'll talk about some of the books I found most interesting and I acquired most of the learnings from in this section in literature review. Point 5. Study of spatial configurations. In this section, I will present some of the important learnings that I acquired related to the anthropomorphic studies, spatial dimensions, and various layout configurations. Last point, design development. Finally, I would share how my research and critical inquiry on the subject topic is helping me to develop my major studies. So, let me start with some interesting findings on global working spaces and some of the known brands. WeWork is known brand globally. Started in year 2010 with first office space opened at New York, the company has more than 300 offices today worldwide. Company strongly markets itself as more of a community space provider than its real business of rent arbitrage. Company's slogan is "Create Your Life's Work," which is used to brand the rental space walls. As in business, WeWork earns 30 to 40% of operating profit by charging its member a much higher rental than what the company actually pays to the landlord, and also compacting workers to a much smaller space of 50 square feet per person as compared to the industry standard of 250 square feet per person for a commercial office space, as reported by CG Insight Research on WeWork. The space is planned very efficiently with an intent of generating revenue out of every square inch in the space. The spaces are generally large with high ceiling and different seating configurations for different target customers. The spaces are equipped with necessary office infrastructure. WeWork is a notable example to learn from business model perspective. Bond Collective is another brand name at Brooklyn, designed by New York-based Lesser Architects. The co-working space is designed on an unused factory building to offer rental spaces to creative professionals, tech startups, non-profit organizations, and other individuals. Designer has provided an interesting bright blue-colored angular staircasing passing through all the floors to establish a continuity in design concept. The building is layouted in 3 floors, having private offices, meeting rooms, open office desks, lobby, kitchen, dining areas, rooftop terrace, offering in total around 500 rentable work desks. Discopolitan is a remarkable co-working space brand designed by Maurice Smith Architects at Central Paris. The brief for the design was to create a welcoming, unique, flexible, interactive and easy to use space on an existing industrial building. The designer used contemporary industrial aesthetics to develop the space interior concept. The space came out to be comfortable and sociable space with a cafeteria, barber shop, health and beauty suites, along with an innovative office concept. The space is created on an area of 14,500 square feet spread across 4 floors. The interior space is given a concrete, wood and metallic industrial look. The space is designed to encourage collaboration and interaction among workers and also to preserve the building's industrial heritage through design. Discopolitan has established itself as a known service office space in central Paris. Dock 72 is a mega-scale co-working project which is in pipeline along the river bay between Manhattan and Brooklyn. The building has an area of 675,000 square feet, spread across 16 stories with floor plates ranging from 40,000 to 60,000 square feet. The interior space is planned keeping in mind various spatial configurations required for different target consumers. Variety of open and closed spaces are created to suit individual requirements. The co-working space is targeting to acquire clientele from creative industries and technical startups. Interestingly, WeWork has already signed a tenancy agreement to acquire around 1/3 of the building space. In my list of global co-working brand names, the last is the Lemonade Co-working. This is a beautiful concept targeting a niche consumer group that is a space only for women. Design uses special feminine accent with soft colors, floral wallpapers, pink chairs, colorful phone booths, and strong motivational communications on walls, such as, "She believes," "She can," so she does. Overall space of 3,000 square feet is divided in 3 distinct areas. First, with concentrated private closed offices and phone booths. Second is central common space with more of white, wood and concrete finish and open working desks. And the third area has a cafeteria, meeting, conference room and a lemonade event space. This co-working space just for women is quite known in Canada for its playful, functional and evocative design style. With Lemonade, I conclude on global brands and would start with some local examples. 1880 is a membership-based exclusive club offering a co-working space called Badu. The interior is designed by Timothy Alton Studio from Britain. It is a unique luxury design concept spread across 22,000 square feet of space. To give the interior a feel of luxury, material like leather, stone, brass, metal, silk, and dark polished wood are used. Space offers various sitting and working options ranging from a work desks to a cozy, comfortable couch. The club provides all important office facilities, including printing, documentation, storage, desktops, phone booths, meeting rooms, etc. The overall space includes a reception, lounge, studio, spa, recovery room, co-working space called Badu, private dining room, and an open sitting space at terrace. There are many other co-working spaces at Singapore. Some of them are established brands and some are startups. Here is a list of a few which are most popular today and in which I have explored the space design for studies. The Co is a 3-floor luxurious space with minimalist design. Collision 8 offers wide variety of rentable space. All comes with a beautiful scenic view of Marina Bay Sands and Raffles Place. District 6 has minimalistic look with floor-to-ceiling glass glazing. Interior also hosts a coffee bar offering free refreshments to the members. The Great Room is a hospitality-based co-working space. Interior is done with leather, fabric and wood material in a retro chic theme. The Hive occupies prominent locations accessible from public transports. It offers offices, desks, meeting rooms and a rooftop cafe. Paperwork is located on 3rd floor of National Design Center. It has relatively smaller space that offers only 60 desks. Yet, the space plays on modular furniture and movable partitions to create customizable spaces. The next important chapter in my critical studies in special configuration of co-working spaces is site visits. I visited Lotte Hotel at the business city of Vietnam called Hanoi. Hanoi is known for its colonial history and modern outlook. Hotel Lotte is one of the tallest buildings in the city with 65 floors. The hotel offers a mixed commercial space having a shopping complex with range of departmental stores. From level 7 to level 32 are office spaces and business centers. The hotel is located between level 32 to 65 and rest of the space is being used as a residential apartment. The building as its mixed commercial use gave a chaotic feel at entrance, especially at the lobby area where one has to pass through the crowd of local shoppers and businessmen to go to the hotel reception at 64th floor. Hotel offers different spaces for events and conferences with sitting capacity of 150 to 200 pax. Emerald Hall is the biggest event space in the hotel. Based on individual requirements, seating arrangements are customized. This was exciting to know that as a hotel guest I was offered a meeting room for 1 hour daily as a complimentary basis. I decided to hold a meeting in one of the rooms. I had to book the room in advance and then at meeting time I was ushered to the room. The room had all the basic meeting equipments. I had a meeting for an hour, then the servicemen reminded us that we have already used the complimentary timing and would we like to extend the timing by paying extra rentals. I chose to leave the meeting room and go to the common working space where I can have some snacks and refreshments. I was ushered to the top floor of the building where the bar and cafe were located. This space was good for a casual meeting but uncomfortable for work. I somehow managed to end up my meeting and work. The working space offered by Lotte are just for the brand name. There were event spaces, private offices, open meeting areas and lounge, but no co-working spaces were found. Next I visited Bangkok's Queen's Park Marriott Marquis. Bangkok is the capital of Thailand, well known as a tourist and business center. Visit to this hostel was a true learning and an unforgettable experience. The entrance was a huge glass and brass finished metallic facade, as beautiful and elegant as the brand name. The hotel lobby was no less luxurious, done with rich purple color fabric of sofas and with textured carpet and huge metal cladded column give a grand look. The hotel space had many co-working spaces as well as dedicated private business facilities. The hotel boasts of 35 event rooms with the largest space capacity of 1,300 pax. Meeting rooms were available in different sizes and various locations to choose from. When I asked hotel staff for different spatial options available for event and conferences, they took me through various layouts explaining the space, area, seating capacity, etc. to choose from. They said that if I could give them my requirement, they can give me a quote with a spatial recommendation and customizable food menu. Marriott was a wonderful experience to see how effectively and efficiently the hospitality is combined with the business, all with a guaranteed customer satisfaction. After all the case studies, sample collections, and site visits, I started exploring individual spaces and dimensions under spatial configuration studies. I began with anthropometry in work environment to understand the extent of dimensions I have to deal with in practical design. Work desk dimensions and ergonomics is explored in details. Different manuals and standards are consulted to draw the learning. Variety of layout for workspaces are explored ranging from small, medium, and large configurations. All the details in the space like desk, workstations, leg spaces, storage cabinets, user accessibility, guest seating, walk space, door swing, and entrance, etc. are studied in details. Different seating arrangements and meeting room configurations are explored, ranging from 1-to-1 to 10 to 12 packs in a room, in rectangle table and a round table format. Different setups for conference rooms like boardroom, classroom, hearing panel, theater, cluster, chevron style were learned, and appropriate uses in event for banquets, receptions, conferences are explored. Parallel to the exploration, examination, and testing of individual spatial configurations, a thorough literature study is conducted. Some of the important books and journals consulted on subject topic are as follows. Innovation Spaces, The New Design of Work by Wanger and Watch. Talks about individual and collaborative workspace balance. It shares key insights and learnings on innovative co-working spaces. It takes examples of existing spaces and analyzes the space. Interesting part of the book is on integration of technology as a collaborative tool in a co-working space. Revisiting Office Spaces Standards by Voss does a thorough analysis of a spatial distribution of individual areas in an office. It highlights the fact that space standards are different in different countries like UK and US, and tries to draw a rational conclusion. Details in Contemporary Office Design by Plunkett and Reed gives a various examples of office design with concepts, layouts, elevational drawings, as well as detailed drawings. This book serves as a collection and reference manual of detailing in office design. The paper Spatial Configuration and Users' Behavior in Co-working Spaces is based on ethnographic research method. It explores various elements like barriers, walls, and screens to come out with user behavioral data to recommend to architects and designers. Since the data is based on limited case studies, so the paper itself suggests that the data should not be generalized. The paper on multicultural office design presents a case study to the readers explaining a generalized design process. The study is based on the medical clinic, so most of the part deals with psychological effects of the space. Traditional versus office design. The paper presents a longitudinal field study where it makes a comparison between two spaces through user survey and questionnaires. The users were moved from traditional office to an open office space. Users were surveyed based on work efficiency, collaboration, satisfaction, distraction, work duration, etc. The paper shows different data recorded on different time intervals and tries to generalize the conclusion. Apart from these books and journals, list of other sources were researched and referenced here. Finally, through a continued critical inquiry on spatial configuration of co-working spaces, the major design project is being developed. I have started zoning the floor layout plan and individual space drawings, and detailing are being worked upon. Till today, I have been able to produce a draft layout plan of my co-working space based on my learnings and outcomes. This is a work in progress and would be developed further in major studies. Thank you for watching my critical inquiry outcome presentation. I hope you like it. A detailed bibliography, citation, web and image sources, references are attached with the presentation for your kind review.